If you want to connect your Sony E-mount camera directly to the back of an SCT telescope like this 8-inch Meade LX90, here's the three parts you're going to need. Alright, the back of your telescope has an SCT threads. We want to take that down to a T-tube, which is M48 threads. So this little adapter here, various SCT to M48, will screw on the back of the telescope. Now you need an adapter for your camera. This particular one is the Sony SV196, which is M48, or the T-threads, to NEX, which is the E-mount lens that these crop sensor Sony cameras use. If you have a different camera, you're going to get a different adapter that will go to the M48 threads. Now, that is all you really need to connect this camera to the back of the telescope, but this distance may or may not be the correct amount for focusing. So optionally, and most likely, you may need some extension tubes. So these are just M48 tubes of various lengths, and you can mix and match the various lengths. You know, do a short one, do a long one, put them together, and figure out the exact length you need to focus, and then you can put them between your camera adapter and the telescope adapter to get exactly the right length there. So my telescope came by default with this SCT to 1.25 inch adapter. So you could get a T2 tube, a 42 millimeter tube, and put it into this adapter with a 1.25 nose. But if you want the full optical light path, you replace it with this guy that converts from SCT to M48 or T-tube rings. With fine threads like this, I recommend going backwards until the threads match, and then you can tighten it up. I recommend screwing this on before you attach your camera. There are accessories that allow you to rotate this and lock it in a rotated position, but right now your camera is just going to be at whatever orientation it is right when the threads lock. So for example here, it isn't quite horizontal. I can unscrew it to get vertical, or unscrew more, or unscrew more. You just don't want to unscrew too far and have it fall off. So I'm pointing the telescope at that power pole above the tree line over there. Now, due to the almost 2-inch length of my adapter here, I'm able to get this guy to focus with only the focusing adjustment on my telescope here. You can see it was out of focus. I pull it into focus. If you need a little more back focus distance, you use these adapter rings to space those out a little bit more. So if you have a crop sensor camera like I do, you may not need the full 2-inch optical path, but if you have a full frame 35 millimeter camera and you have an 8-inch telescope like this, you probably want to go up to the M48 T-tube, the full 2-inch optical path.